Hey, Bill O'Reilly here on the YouTube channel. Pleased to be here. You know, I said on my broadcast, the No Spin News, and you can access that on BillO'Reilly.com. And we have clips on YouTube as well. I said we're living in a very dangerous country, and it's always been that way. There's never been a time in our nation when it wasn't dangerous because of history, because of what we had to do to become a free people. Then we had to forge our way west. And it was conflict after conflict after conflict. Then it was slavery and the Civil War. Then you go up the Native American wars that we write about in Killing Crazy Horse. And then we're into the Depression and the gangsters and the guns and the drugs. And it just never ends. And we're seeing that danger play out in the presidential race. So 2 assassination attempts on Donald Trump. And there have been 9 direct assassination attempts. So some very astute viewers and listeners have said, well, what about Andrew Jackson? Some guy tried to kill him. That was an assault. Okay, it wasn't a well thought out assassination plan. Some guy walked up to Jackson, pulled out a gun, which didn't fire, and Jackson beat him with a cane. All right, it was an assault. Same thing with Harry Truman. Harry Truman in the early 1950s was in a Blair House. The White House was getting renovated. And 2 Puerto Rican nationalists tried to get him, but they didn't get him. They didn't come close. The cops grabbed them. So again, it was a plot that didn't happen. But 9 times, and I'm counting the Florida thing on Sunday as one of those times because the guy had a high-powered rifle, all right, aimed at Trump's golf hole. So first we got Lincoln. You all know, if you read Killing Lincoln, about it. And John Wilkes Booth, a fanatical, mentally ill, Confederate, anti-black guy. But he was crazy. Then we had James Garfield, 16 years later, 1881, another crazy guy. And no Secret Service protection for Garfield. He's in a train station. The guy walks up and whacks him. Okay? Then 1901, William McKinley. Very similar. McKinley is walking around upstate New York, and guy just walks up and boom. Now, they did have Secret Service, but it wasn't very organized. McKinley's dead. Teddy Roosevelt takes over. And 11 years later, somebody shoots Teddy in the chest, but Teddy's got his speech folded in his jacket pocket, inside jacket pocket, and it deflects the bullet. Then Gerald Ford, a couple of times, Squeaky Fromm, a Manson nut, tries to kill him, and doesn't work. Ford isn't harmed like Trump, but there's another one. And of course, JFK, Lee Harvey Oswald, who was about as mentally unbalanced an individual as you could possibly see. And I proved that in Killing Kennedy. All right, then we go up to Reagan, another mentally ill guy. Shoots, almost kills Ronald Reagan in Washington, D.C. as he comes out of a Teamsters meeting. And now we have the Trump thing. One guy's dead, the Butler guy. He's obviously a nut, a loon, mentally ill. And this other guy is too. So that's what they all have in common. Okay? All the would-be assassins and the assassins themselves were mentally ill. And there are millions of people like that. And we have no way to control them. And that's the horrifying scenario in which we all live. Thank you for watching. To view full episodes of the No Spin News anytime, sign up to become a BillO'Reilly.com premium or concierge member today.